Good day, good people, and welcome back to my channel. Now, today's video, I'm not going to hold you guys for that long, but there are some things that I want to get into. But before we get into all that, if you're not subscribed to this channel, hit that subscription button, hit that notification button and bell so that we can be notified every time I'm dropping a video. Hit the like button, hit the share button, and as always, drop a comment in that comment section. Now, let's get to today's video. Now, like I said, in today's video, I'm not going to hold you guys for that long, but there are some things that I want to get into when we're discussing the situation with Miss Keyshia Cole and Mr. OT Genasis. So it is said that, a few years ago, OT Genasis, I guess, had, he was singing Keyshia Cole's love song, and it was supposed to have been funny, and I guess she didn't take it as funny and said some things, and her mother said some things. And, to break it all down, OT ended up saying some things addressing her mother because her mother said some things, I guess, about his son. And he has a son that is special needs. And it was said that the mother had said some things about his son. And then he called her a crackhead B and a whole bunch of other stuff. And after all this time, it happened. It went away. Life happened. RIP to Miss Frankie because she did end up passing away, which is Keyshia Cole's mother. But it is said that OT Genasis recently came out on stage as Keyshia Cole was performing, and when she was done, he actually publicly apologized for what he had done and the things that he had said. Now, she took it upon herself to forgive him, and she also, made a comment in the shade room and was saying how, people are entitled to feel how they feel, but she chose to forgive him and move on from the situation. Now, her sister, Neffe, is not in so much of the same spirits as she's, tagged him in a couple of posts and continued to call him names and was very upset about what he had said about the mother. But it's like this. A lot of times when you have a celebrity in your family or a celebrity sibling and stuff, a lot of times when things happen with these celebrities, family members find themselves in pickles when they want to jump in situations. And honestly, if you just take a break and take a breather, pump your brake, talk to the person who's actually in the situation, you may be able to, save yourself some humiliation and actually save your famous family members some humiliation as well, because it's bad when you have family members who just jump in stuff and they don't know how to turn it off, and they want to do it for the good because they're supposed to be there. They feel as if they're protecting. She's protecting her daughter. Neffe is protecting her sister, but in all reality, sometimes them saying extra stuff is making things worse. And this could have been squashed a long time ago if no extra parties would have involved themselves. And even with it being now, with it being years later, and him still coming out there and taking accountability and apologizing to her, the sister still is going to feel the way she feels. And like Keyshia said, you are entitled to feel how you want to feel, but for her personally, she's going to choose to forgive OT Genasis and move on with the situation. These two are still in the music industry together, and they know a lot of the same people. So it really, in all aspects, if somebody's going to apologize and say that they're sorry, you should take it. And that don't mean you have to be their best friend. That don't mean that you have to call them up. That don't mean that you have to do anything publicly or whatever that you don't want to do. But if a person is trying to make amends and move forward in a situation, I think that to do, the right thing is what Keyshia Cole has done. You know what I'm saying? Now, her sister is still entitled to feel how she wants to feel. But at the end of the day, this was something that didn't even have nothing to do with you. All you had to do was just have your sister's back. And we already know that Keyshia Cole, even though she's from the same place I'm from, the town, you feel me? She's not gonna, you feel me, just clap off at everybody. And especially a man at the end of the day. And especially a man that's like OT Genasis. It's not like he just says, that he's part of a group or, he's about, no, he really is about them things. And people done already told us stories. We've already heard plenty of stories with dealing with OT Genasis. So it's like, he's not one to be played with. And I wouldn't play with him regardless if you're a woman or not. And if the sister would have stayed out and if the mama would have stayed out, then no telling if this situation would have been handled a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? It could have just been a misunderstanding about the song. He was trying to make a joke. She didn't take it as a joke. And they could have had their own words and they could have worked it out later on. But when you have your mom getting involved and then you got your sister getting involved saying some pretty messed up things and then the mom saying stuff about his child, of course he's going to take it a certain type of way. You know what I'm saying? It's only right for him to do so. And maybe the words weren't right that he used, but when you are angry, you're not looking for the most pleasantest thing that you can say about the person to hurt their feelings or to say what you need to say. You're going to try to say something to get back at them and hurt them, and that's exactly what he did after they cut him deep. You know what I'm saying? Y'all drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think about all this, and I'm going to catch y'all in the next video respectfully.